And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 69. And in this episode of the MSK show, I'm going to be having a conversation with content creator YGOPaisano. So this is going to be his first appearance on this show. He's been on the other shows I used to have, and as you guys know, just like with DC and Marvel Comics, this is my final retcon. We're going to finally get this show to be as big and bad as possible. Hot ladies are gonna come on here. Maybe I'll get Amaranth on the show, ask her to open up her asshole, see what it tastes like, you know. So before we get into the fun, spicy stuff with like Trump winning and causing literal liberal meltdowns, actual like women shaving their heads, and women are like, I'm not gonna sleep with 30 guys in a week anymore. Trump cured abortion then, just by getting elected. Trump straight up cured abortion.
True. Shaved their heads, made them unfuckable. Cool. Good.
Yeah. Now you know which girls not to marry, because those girls would charge you for child support.
You see some idiot with a blue bracelet with a shaved head. Gee.
Or the nose ring. That's the easiest tell. Nose rings.
Like, you can tell a conservative man between a Democrat dude because a conservative dude has a job, so it's really easy.
Oh shit. All right, let's start here. How was your life growing up, actually?
Interesting.
Because you grew up in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
right?
I lived it's weird because like my mom married left my dad eventually and went to this Jewish termite exterminating owner guy named Maxwell Fishon. And he's a real asshole. So I lived a really rich life and I lived a really poor life. And it was really weird growing up. And my dad was he was an army guy, and he was really violent. Insanely violent. So like so I'll tell you the story. There was one time that we were at this party, and it was my cousin's house and they're having a party, and there was this gay guy there. And everyone already was just like, okay, you're so invited, no big deal. But he was like acting like flamboyantly gay for no reason. He was drinking, and everyone was having a good time, no big deal. But then my cousin, he touched her leg and started rubbing his hand up her leg, and she was like 15. And then the music stopped, like everything went like silent. And then my dad goes, Lois, I'm not gonna be mad at you. Did you watch him put his hand on your cousin's leg? And I was like, yeah, Dad. And my dad and my dad's friend, because I was his daughter, beat this guy badly, and then threw him down a flight of stairs. Came back inside, talked about like a post-game fight, got excited, and then went back outside to look for this guy to continue beating him.
Your dad's legit insane.
The thing is, though, this is New York in like the late 90s, early 2000s, so the cops were even like, if you go, hey, if you tell the cops what's going on, they'll be like, oh, we'll let you know where it is. Like, even they were like, fuck that. Like, ain't gonna have no kid touch around here.
Yeah, because you know what's crazy is that like those retarded monkeys who look like Planet of the Apes back in the day, they kept saying you were white and you were little like, I'm Italian. It's crazy. You're like, I'm Italian. I'm not white. People just
I'm like Puerto Rican Italian, so like a lot of my upbringing was like Italian and Spanish. I'm not sure, like, and then they go, no, but you're white. It's like, you want me to be white so you can have an enemy, you fucking losers. Like, that's what those people were. They're just idiots that want to have an enemy. They want to have a bad guy.
Yeah,
this is why liberals are starting to get burnt out around that time, because liberals ran out of bad guys, so they started pointing to random people and going, you're the bad guy. And people just stop playing along with them. And now it's to the point where if a liberal goes, you're a bad guy, people are going to go, man, fuck you. Like, nobody cares anymore. Like, nobody, like, that value of going, oh, wait a minute, please don't say that, it's just gone.
The average person doesn't care about if you try to cancel them, because the average person's not like fucking terminally online like these losers are. You are literally terminally online with pronouns in their bio being like, no, I'm a she, they, them. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you goofy weirdo.
People want, well, that's the thing. They want to like tell you like what they like to fuck, and they want to talk to you about it. Like, you care. like Alexa's a hot chick. I don't care what you fuck. Like, please leave me alone, loser.
Oh no, because back in the day, I was gonna tell you, you were completely right about people. Because when I first met you, I was like, you know what, I did that because I'm always like this. Everyone knows I'm like this. I'm eternally an optimist. I truly like to believe there's good in people. But you were right. No, people are legitimately like brain dead retarded. Like so far beyond retarded, my brain couldn't even comprehend how stupid people are.
Well,
like, with the past election, it showed me that I have some faith in people with this past election, but I was really losing it.
There's people that watch TV and do what the TV tells them, and when you ask them or you question them about, well, Trump's not a bad guy, they'll go, "Oh, no, but the TV said so." And now, since if they go, "Trump's bad, I'm gonna vote for Kamala," and you go, "Why?" They go, "You don't know? Tell me why, then, you fucking pussy." And they won't tell you because they're spineless. They don't have the backbone to do the research or to check it out or look into it. By the way, my camera's going to freeze every now and then. Just going to tell everybody right now who's watching this live stream, it'll freeze sporadically. It's my camera. I don't know what's going on. It is what it is.
It's better than what it was before on Chrome. At least you're like,
yeah.
At least to move. I told him to go to Firefox. He was like, that's for liberals. I don't use Firefox.
Goofy Firefox.
So I don't know if you watched Charlie Kirk. Every time he was talking to college students, what is the greatest accomplishment of a Kamala Harris? Everyone just froze. It looked like
she's a female. She has a vagina. Shouldn't we vote for her because she's a female? Fucking idiots.
Oh god! So like, name her greatest accomplishment. Someone said, "Well, she became the first person of color vice president." Okay, you got me.
Her accomplishment is something that she has no control over. Good idea. Cool story. Fucking idiots. If you ask them about, you go, name one bit of her foreign policy of Kamala Harris, they cannot name not one.
They were even dumber than that, man. You remember when people were questioning her vice presidential, like, what she can actually do? People said, well, the vice president can't do anything. It's not true. Joe Biden specifically said he delegated things to her. She got to control the border, actually. And she got to control a few other things I can't remember at the top of my head right now. But I remember the border was the big one, and she completely ruined it.
So Ellis Island spanned roughly, give or take, 50 years. And then Ellis Island's lifetime of allowing immigrants in, it allowed roughly, I think it was like 7 million to 10 million roughly. It's a hard estimate, but something. Biden in his 4 years allowed up to 20 million illegal immigrants in.
Yep.
In 4 years, he allowed more than 50 years of illegal of immigration in this country. Do you understand how insanely dangerous and bad this country that is?
Yeah, but you know what liberals do, because they use that one stat or statistic that's so disingenuous. They're like, well, you're 4 times more likely to commit a crime more than an illegal immigrant, but that's disingenuous because the people that automatically live here, of course, by the sheer nature alone, if you live here, you're gonna commit a crime faster than someone who just comes in.
As a homeless dude living in your house, you're 4 times more likely to break your own shit than a homeless dude. See, now you should let more homeless people in your house. Does that make sense? Idiot moron liberals.
Yeah. People told me that's such a disingenuous take. You're 4 times more likely. Yeah, I live here more often than they do. Yeah, I probably would commit a crime faster than them.
So I found a way to solve the illegal immigration issue for those that are currently here. And I think it's a really simple method, but here's the problem. No one's going to want to do it because this country still is trying to find its balls. It's slowly finding its balls. It found a sack November 6th, but it still doesn't know what the nuts are. We take all these little immigrants and we sign them up for the army. And if they serve a full term, 4 on, 4 off within the army or Navy, National Guard, they could choose that and defend this country, then in my opinion, they earn the right to become American citizens. I think it's very fair. Defend the country, become American.
I noticed.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they can defend the country, they become American citizen. We'll put them on a fast track to become a citizen. Very simple, very easy.
See, I think me and you think a little bit similar on that. I think if they want to be hardworking citizens and they really do absolve American values, like they don't hate America, yeah, I would allow them to be here. If they're making money, they're working, they're producing work for the economy, that's not that bad. But who I factor in? That's not that's the optimistic thing I was talking about that I hated doing, because all those immigrants you said came in, the 20 million or whatever, even if it's 5 million, it's because a lot of people are gonna go, but they're all nice people. There's no way all million of them are nice. There's no way. You would have to be some kid.
If one illegal immigrant commits crime, just one,
Yeah.
That's one preventable crime that now is a result that we have to deal with. One.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is an insane, and now you look at the amount of illegal immigrants versus the ratio of crime committed by illegal immigrants. That is a lot of preventable crimes that is happening because of bad protection. And listen, there's many people that are doing it. You go choose scapegoats if you want. My scapegoat, I chose Zionist Jews, not Jews, Zionist Jews. And the reason why is because Zionist Jews who control majority of the media, care about their border in Israel. Obviously, they're fucking going around shellacking Palestinians left and right for their border, but they don't care about the American border. So they yell at us about us being open borders, but they have one of the most tightest and stringent borders in the planet. So I blame the Zionist Jews. And if you look at super PACs, people like George Soros, I mean, it's obvious. It's once again, I want to separate this. It's not Jews, okay? It's Zionist Jews. It's those that believe that Israel's the homeland. They should defend it, and they should push anybody out, even the Muslims who had it before them, and then before the Muslims were the Jews, and before the Jews were the Muslim again, and before that it was just land.
So I want to ask you this. So we'll start here before we get into the more juicy stuff. Yu-Gi-Oh! How did you ever get into Yu-Gi-Oh? You just watched the original Duel Monsters anime, right?
Yeah, so I was going to high school, and I was playing a handball. I was walking up to get some pizza. My brother was walking down the road. And he goes, "Hey man, you like dragons?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like dragons, of course." He goes, "Yeah, you like cool monsters and shit." I'm like, he's like selling 17-year-old. I'm 17. My brother's selling 19. He's like selling me on the idea of monsters and shit. I'm like, hell, fucking yeah, shit's cool as shit. He's like, "Come here, I got a game for you." And then he brought me to this little bodega, and they didn't even have. So Yu-Gi-Oh was so brand new in New York. They didn't have the first booster box, which was Legend of Bloods Red Dragon. Yeah. They only had starter decks. That's how new it was. And that's the thing, like for anyone that's been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In New York, because New York is probably the first place to get Yu-Gi-Oh! In the country because it's a port, because of the port. There was no Blue Eyes. The booster boxes didn't come until afterwards. The starter decks were there. Yugi and Kaiba starter decks. So I bought one Yugi and one Kaiba. My brother bought a Kaiba because like the dragons. And a bunch of our friends sat down and we just tried to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! That's when I first started playing.
And then after that, you just stuck with it throughout the years. You just went to regionals.
So at the time I was playing Pokemon heavily. I love playing Pokemon. I was really competitive with Pokemon. And I made a switch from Pokemon to Yu-Gi-Oh! And I made a switch because Yu-Gi-Oh! is more complicated, even in its basic form, compared to Pokemon in its basic form. Yu-Gi-Oh! Had more interaction, and I like the idea of I could just, instead of me sitting there watching you just do whatever, and then my turn, and you guys sit there and watch me do whatever, we have interaction. And I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! is changed a lot now, but back in the day, it used to be super duper interactive, and I enjoy it.
Yeah. So after that, who did you watch on YouTube to be a content creator? Were you inspired by someone, or you just did it just because you wanted to do it?
I used to love DEC, Silent Enigma. Was it DPY Joe now? I used to watch him. I watched because some of his rants I loved because
he used to be on a park bench doing it. A park bench, I remember.
He made a lot of great points, and one of his points was about the judge program. And I remember going, man, there's some more he could have said, but he didn't say a lot of. He said a lot of great points. And my first video was about how bad the judge program is and the reason why it's bad and what can we do to improve it. And that was my first video I made. And I really liked that video a lot because it's for a while I would always do rant videos, but I like that video because I provided a problem, a solution, and how it would benefit not only the judge, Konami, but the players as well. And now I try to do that whenever I do any of my videos. I try to do those hit that mentality.
Because you started back. You were starting back when like all these other guys started.
Forever ago.
Yeah,
forever ago.
Because it's not like because you had an original channel. Did you like delete that channel, or you still have it? You just
it got banned.
Yeah,
it got banned.
I think you were just throwing a jab at me there. Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, no, my channel got banned because there was this little pussy couple, and the guy was basically using his girl for clout. Sound familiar? And I called him out on it, and I was making fun of him so badly. The community, everyone, I was getting like a lot of subscribers, a lot of viewers because of it. Because it was super obvious what he was doing. She didn't know what the fuck she was saying, but he would have her in like those string shop shirts with her skinny titties popping out, talking about I like bows. I played 2 bows. It's like, dude, we know what the fuck you're doing, bro. You're whoring your girlfriend out. You're a piece of shit. And eventually, after making enough of those videos, he sent me over to YouTube, and they banned my channel. Luckily, I had a backup channel, so I just started making content on the backup channel, and then changed everything. And this is what it is. My channel now is my actual backup channel.
It's the same thing. I told people this: whenever you do YouTube, have a backup channel.
Yeah,
have a backup. I lost. Yeah, I lost everything except for a few things I was able to.
That channel was growing fast too. That's the sad part. Like,
yeah, same here. Yeah.
I'd be, hell, man. I would have hit over 100,000 subscribers fast, easily. Easily. The problem was, okay, so I learned though, with every failure, there's something to learn from it. And I learned when that channel got banned, there's a way to communicate to everybody, because everyone sees. So okay, so let's say someone's using his girl for clout. Let's just throw her out there. Who knows if that's happening? But
I'm pretty sure there's some couples that do that.
I don't know. The verdict's out. The verdict's.
Boobies in the thumbnail do sell. I'll give them that.
But here's the thing though, like, instead of calling it out directly, because everyone already sees it, everyone already knows it, you can just point it and laugh and move on, and it's less everything. You can focus on creating what everyone eventually came to the channel for, which is Yu-Gi-Oh content. So I could point at and laugh at it and continue with my content and give people what they came to the channel for, which is Yu-Gi-Oh content. But every now and then, just to point out and laugh at it, I think a lot of people respected it and vibe with that better than rather than making a whole entire video. Don't get me wrong, I love making rant videos. I love breaking down someone. So whenever someone's super, I always take pleasure in that because it's fun, it's easy, because this community is filled with a lot of pieces of shit. So it's like really easy to break them down and point them out in front of everybody, and everyone sees it and knows it and says it, whether it's sort of face behind the back. But as a content creator, it's fun. Like now every time I've done that. Every time I've done that, my channel has grown and got more successful. But I focus back on Yu-Gi-Oh because I know that doing that constantly, it doesn't really benefit anybody in the longevity. But people love drama, and they love to see someone who's verbally good at breaking people down. And luckily, I'm very gifted at doing that because I've been doing it forever. So I just focus on doing Yu-Gi-Oh, doing things that I love more than just rant videos and doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the ones you did about Enclo 40. Because Enclo 40 did it first. He got mad that you called him out on his shitty business practices, because what you were calling him out on was basically just double dipping. He's someone that's basically a card shop owner telling you to buy these cards that he already invested into. So he biasly has to tell you they're good to get you to buy more cards from him.
Yeah.
Like, that's a conflict of interest right there. That's not a good thing. Like, you can still... I'm not saying you can't sell your own shit. You can sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but the way he was doing it is just kind of shady. It's just all it is.
And it was a scam. The set was a Megaton that wasn't even that good, so it's even worse. Not only was he double dipping, but he was double dipping with product that was unknowingly bad. He had either he's stupid and thinks the product was good, or he knew it was bad, but he just wanted to make his money at the end of the day. It was scummy. And I originally, I think I just pointed it out. I'm one of my market watches in the beginning of one of my market watches, did the rest of the market watch, and went on my business. And then he responded. He tried to shut me down and try to come at me. He was upset because I shitted on his boy and made his boy like a fucking clown. It wasn't hard to do, by the way.
That's hard to do.
Wasn't hard to do at all, actually. It was really easy, actually. Yeah. I did that multiple times.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to come back and have his boys back, and he got blasted.
Well, keep in mind, Enclo 40 remember, he was doing that thing where he was investing like 10K, 20K, 30K in Yu-Gi-Oh product. Yeah, guys, like legit, like put payment down on a house kind of money on Yu-Gi-Oh product. Now, I will say this: was he wrong that some of those cards were going to go up in value later on? No, he wasn't. A lot of those cards were not set to in value, but that wasn't the argument. People say, "Well, if the cards go up in the future," that's not the point. You fucking illiterate retard. Of course, yes, it's going to happen. It's the point of the ethics behind it. Someone that's basically telling you, buy these cards right now from me, even though the set's not that good right now. Keep in mind, he also had a major investment in the set too, making $10,000+ there, and he's saying the set's profitable. Is that okay with people? Because people just don't like dipping on each other's toes. That's really all it is.
Turns out the community shit on him for it. And he got like really butthurt about me pointing out something that was super obvious. And I only did in the beginning one of my market watches, and then he went at me like super hard. So I was like, oh, you want to do that? Okay, I can do that. That's really easy, actually. So then I shitted on him. And the thing is, at the end of the day, these guys are going to continue their shitty practice. They're going to continue being fake. And the community, they're wisening. They're getting smarter. They're wisening up to it. It's you good. Can't.
Well, you were right about the other thing too. Remember, you said there was going to be a new crop of content creators come up. There's been a lot of new content creators that have come up that have been producing some really quality content that's been lacking for a very, very long time, which is good. I mean, it took our prediction came like 8 years later, but to be fair, it did come. Better late than never.
Yeah, listen, and I got another prediction I'll make on here. The future generations is going to be a lot more conservative than even you, or anyone else is.
You think just video content or just in general?
Everything. Just blanket.
They said younger men are more conservative now than they were 20, 30 years ago.
They're going to be way more conservative than me, and it's going to be crazy to the point where I'm going to be like, God damn, chill out, boys. Slow it down a bit.
Women are still liberal. That like there's more, but women do tend to be more conservative sometimes when they have kids. So
we'll say,
I
played against my first real good female Yu-Gi-Oh player in a very long time.
I've noticed that the females have gotten way better at Yu-Gi-Oh. They're like not even like we're like fake girl Yu-Gi. No, they're actually legitimately good girl Yu-Gi players.
Fake girl.
No, not the manufactured ones, not the snip ones. I'm talking about like.
Granted, you can't tell anymore, so I couldn't tell this female was that or not, but she played phenomenally. I think it was a female.
Did she have a deep voice?
No, she
good.
She was very good Yu-Gi-Oh players. I was actually taken back about how skillful she was, and she played just as good as anybody else. I was actually excited because I'm like, good, because in Pokemon they're like that. It's like that everywhere. Where female male, they're gonna cook, bro. And in Yu-Gi-Oh, it was like that for a very short time. Then it stopped. And now it's starting to be like that again, which I'm excited about because I want to play against good players. I don't care if it's female, male. I want good players. You think it's fun to play against some broad round 2 or 3 of a regionals and she's someone bringing out a fairy deck? It's boring for me. I'm gonna cook her, bro, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it because you put a gazelle from a lion. I expected a lion not to do lion things. Guess what? It's gonna happen.
What if she talked like my Valentine and she summoned a harpy lady?
Then she's gonna get cooked like my Valentine.
No, like I'm not even kidding. I've seen some girl Yu-Gi-Oh YouTube channels, and they're not like the fake. You can tell the clearly obvious fake ones back in the day. They're legitimately good. Like that's what people
start
wanted.
The channel. They go, "Hi guys."
Yeah,
you go,
because that's the thing.
OnlyFans idiot.
People said back in the day, girls are fake with playing Yu-Gi-Oh. They don't like doing it. No, the ones that are coming up now actually enjoy doing it, which is good. You need that level of enthusiasm from girls, because usually, typically, let's be honest, most girls suck at Yu-Gi-Oh in general. There was like very few good ones, legitimately. Most girls are just straight up trash at the game.
Now we're starting to get some good ones, which I'm actually really excited about because I want to see good players. I want to see, because you got to realize, like during COVID, there was a group. You know, some of the kids. There was a group of females that got together and basically wanted to have a segregation cup. and they want it because they wouldn't want to play against dudes that are good, so they want to play against like if you're a chick or you're trans.
No. Remember, it was a YCS people of color. Remember, they wanted a people of color YCS, but no straight white men. I was like, hearing this, and I was
these goofy bitches. These goofy bitches have gone so racist. They brought back segregation and try to call it not segregation. They go, no, we'll do there'll be a YCS for white people and a YCS for minorities. And I'm like, that's segregation, you asshole, piece of shit. I remember we were like yelling at them. We're like, dude, that's total segregation.
I was literally in the chat. I was like, that's literally racist as fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy racist.
You remember? I was like, lady, that's racist as hell. You can't do that. No,
and some of them
what was worse was that black guy. He was like, I speak for all the minorities.
Yeah, I know
so
what
gay.
minorities think.
He was definitely a white dude for Harris. He was. Oh God.
Oh, it was nuts.
I'm never gonna forget that.
And listen, now to the conservatives. So listen, liberals are so stupid. They'll make things racist. Conservatives, you gotta watch them. Like, you don't want them going too crazy. You gotta calm them fuckers down.
Oh shit! I still can't believe there was a I forgot her name. I truly did, but I remember who she was. She looked like some fucking Botoxed Barbie doll. I forgot her fucking name, but she looked terrible. I was like, girl, you hit the wall. You know, girls hit the wall when they get older. She hit the wall.
Yeah,
God, you can tell her she had shit done on her cheeks. She had shit done on her chest. I was like, this girl just looks ugly. It looks like a fucking legitimately like plastic surgeon patient.
The
like,
worst is when they would get together on like a weekly podcast talking about how much they hated dudes beating the fuck out of them in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, her and Fifth Rate Duelist. You know, they did 2 episodes. It was episode 1, Women in Yu-Gi-Oh, and the podcast was only going to be 1 episode because that's all they have. They blew their entire load and just had.
They were blasting. They go, all right, let's get together. Guys are really good at Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's not fair. It's like, you dumb bitch. Get good, idiot. You ever thought about that? Ever put a little effort into it?
I don't even know if Fifth Rate Duelist still plays, but she was such a fucking feminist weirdo. No, she got mad at Yassine. I remember the last thing I saw, she tweeted, she got mad at Yassine for like supporting Andrew Tate or some shit like that. She was like, "Oh my god, you're one of them." She tried to like cancel him. Man, that was a while ago.
Yassine's just a nice kid. I met him at I think some YCS. I talked for a little bit. Very nice guy. Very, very cool kid. I like Yassine. I every time I say YouTuber I actually like, I always tell them the same thing. I go, hey man, I like you. I think your content's great. Watch for these other YouTubers. A lot of them don't have your best interests at heart. That's all I'm gonna say, buddy.
Yeah.
And then Yassine said, can you give me some examples? I gave him some examples. I told him some scenarios that happened to me.
Yeah.
And I said, just be careful, buddy. That's all. I mean, once again, you can judge. Obviously, everyone can judge themselves. I'm just giving you a heads up. Like, don't trust a lot of these other guys out here because the minute you start getting views, these guys will start slitting your throat. Like, they're not your friends. They're not your buddies. They use you.
Mega Capital G was always the biggest example. I learned that the hard way.
I saw Cap at a Nationals, and it's funny because
did you guys eventually kind of mend that relationship?
Yeah. Me and Cap always yell, and we get over it. That's how we are. But I told him, I said you would be a little bitch. And he was like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. He was cool though, but I
never knew he was black. I'll let you know. That's a black dude.
He always does. He's like, I didn't know who you were, V. And I'm like, Cap, there's videos on your channel of you mentioning me and say, like, what are you talking about? Like, you're just embarrassing yourself. He's a great guy.
He was the second YouTuber I ever subscribed to. My first was Asian White Dragon, him, and then M440. Yeah.
He's a great guy, but he's an excellent example of a conservative who's scared to be conservative out to let anyone know. He is scared out of his fucking mind.
Really?
Gosh. Oh, bro. He's a conservative who's scared to be conservative.
I know. He supported Trump. And I remember Farfa's girlfriend. I forgot his fucking name. That was the only name that stuck with me was Farfa's girlfriend. Farfa's bitch. Steven. He was like, how could we have Trump supporters in the Yu-Gi-Oh community? Isn't that political discrimination? What the fuck?
Yeah. It's also fucking downright stupid. Imagine having Harris supporters in the Yu community.
He definitely was a white dude for Harris. That was the dumbest thing ever.
Dude wants $8 gas and paying for Ukraine to fight a war against a fucking giga giant Russia. Fucking moron.
Okay, before we get to the spicy politics stuff, do you have any plans for like your Yu-Gi-Oh channel? You're just gonna be doing what you're gonna do?
And I actually have a lot of plans for my Yu-Gi-Oh channel. I'm working on some things, and who said? I think so. Basically, with Yu-Gi-Oh and how it is right now, as far as Yu-Gi-Tubing, it's very different, and it's always evolves. And if you can see it, you get ahead of it, you could actually benefit the best from it. And looking at there's a bunch of Yu-Gi-Tubers, the ones that I follow sporadically because I look at deck profiles and I break it down from there. But I will say one thing: deck profiles, information is starting to be gate kept in the Yu-Gi-Oh community behind paywalls, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. So the channels that can give information to people are the ones that benefit. That's why you seen this so well. He doesn't charge, he gives, and people appreciate that. Not only that though, people want things that they wish they had themselves. So I'll give you an example. If you have a max rarity deck and you show it on your channel, that's gonna get a lot of views because people want to see something nice. Now, take those two things, information and value, and combine them, and then add personality. And that's kind of the thing I'm looking to do starting hopefully next year with my content creation. Not only that though, I'm looking to create playmats, and I'm looking to create the field centers as well. So, and I'm also hiring an editor. I actually found an editor that will help me edit my videos. I was trying to do it myself, but I just don't have the time. So I'm actually going to be hiring an editor to help me create a style of content that's not being given right now in one shot. And I think by, you know, because as a content creator, as someone that loves this game and loves to go around, travel, and play Yu-Gi-Oh, I feel like if I went and recorded content of me doing all that and then bringing it to everybody, giving them a deck profile, showing them combos, and not charging them because I don't need the money, and I feel like people want to try. And listen, I want to say this real quickly because I always reiterate this because I don't want people to think I'm like hating or attacking anyone trying to make their money. It's not like that. For those content creators out there that are charging people, they're charging people money because people will willing to pay them money. So I have no problems against those people whatsoever. If MSK, if you bought a bunch of chapstick and you went like this one time and someone's out give you $20 for every one of those chapstick things you give me like that, you'd sell to them every day, right?
Yeah, I probably come on them too.
Because you're gonna sell things to people if they're not smart enough to realize that they're not that they're just not gaining value.
Yeah,
they're getting knowledge, but they still have to apply the skill to it. So, and that's what I feel like when Yu-Gi-Oh content is going, the direction's going, and I feel like I can provide an outlet for a lot of viewers that want. And with that, this is me spitballing. I mean, there's a lot of other things I'm working on besides that. There's different styles of it, but I think I'm really looking forward to creating something that I don't think people can easily give the masses, and I'm looking forward to doing it. I love creating content. I love being a YouTuber. I love doing I love the community, even though some aspects of the community is toxic. I love majority of players. I went to Texas. I played Yu-Gi-Oh for a week straight in Texas, and every place I went to, the Yu-Gi-Oh plays were fucking amazing. Every place I went to. There was not one place I had a bad interaction. And if I was to have a bad interaction, it'd be against a person, not a community. Because the community genuinely is a great community. You get other groups like Zodiac Duelists and other groups that want to have people attacking each other. So don't realize how much of a bag of shit other people are. Like, those admins and yeah.
So the other channels. I know you had a One Piece channel. What about that one? You still
gonna I stopped creating One Piece. No, I stopped creating content on that channel because Bandai's a greedy company that just devalues their own game. They had a real good shot with One Piece and they got greedy. And as a company, I'm not gonna support that channel anymore. I might change that channel to something else.
I just rebranded. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna probably do. I like One Piece. I thought the card game was great. I thought they had a real good shot. But Bandai did what Bandai does best. Fuck up everything. They fucked up Dragon Ball Z multiple times, or Dragon Ball IP multiple times.
Dragon Ball Z. Okay, so I don't know if you follow the story. So the Budokai Tenkaichi 4 came out, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Remember that?
Yes.
At 80K players, because of the way they shittily designed the games, it lost more than 80% of its player base. It went from 80K players to 15,000 players. And then they had a survey that came out. They were like, what can we do to improve, guys? Guys, this game's been in development since I was in a freshman in high school. This game's been in development since like 2009.
I don't mind the game. I love it. I like the game a lot. I like Dragon Ball Z a lot. It's just that the fact that, once again, these companies get greedy and they force shit down your throat as fast as humanly possible. And then they sit there and go, gee, I wonder why. Like I'll give you an example. You got companies that when they first start up and they bust their ass and put their heart into it, great product. I mean, look at World of Warcraft, original World of Warcraft, and not just the RPG, but Warcraft 3, Frozen Throne, Warcraft 2. This was a brand new company called Blizzard that put their heart into it, and now they don't care because they're bloated and they're doing things like DEI and trying to say, hey, let's make a female lead character to a male lead community and figure out if that's gonna work. Of course, it doesn't fucking work, dude. No male wants to have a female role model No male does that, and they do because they're pussies.
The thing is, women just don't understand a guy perspective. People tell them multiple times, they just don't get it because women, for some reason, just can't think past like a surface level of analysis ever.
Well, I mean, I think it's good for females to have female role models. I think it's good for females
Yeah.
to have their own thing in life where they can go, hey, listen, this is a goal and something that I think you'd really like. And there's tons of things. There's tons of things. But you're getting to the point where now it's starting to invade what males do. So and it's starting to really water down the value of what males enjoy. So gaming is mostly males, and companies want to go, well, we want to get a lot of females in gaming. So what do we do? Make female leads. But the problem is female leads aren't male role models. They're female role models. So now you alienate one group or you devalue one group while trying to adhere to another group, and it never works out. Choose a side, pick a side, and push a side. And then if other companies do that with their shit, be excited about it. Good for you, you know? Like I'll give you a good example. I just recently played Parasite Eve. A great fucking game. At the same time, around the same time, there's another game called Xenogears, which had a male role model. So you had a game with a male role model, game with a female role model, both equally great games. But these companies want to do this bullshit in which they go, okay, now we're gonna have a dude, but he's gonna be pushed aside by a female, and it just doesn't work, dude. It doesn't work. It never ever has worked. It never will work. No dude goes, oh, my role model in life, some skirt. Like, nobody wants to have a chick role model. It doesn't work. Like, name me a dude with a female role model or male role model. I'll name you a dude with mommy and or daddy issues. Like, fuck out of here, you know?
So, as you guys know, President Donald Trump got reelected.
Oh.
2 weeks ago, almost officially a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And you went and voted. Did you? Because you live in Kentucky, I remember, right? In Kentucky.
I do.
That's now extremely red state.
Oh. Hey, 1% was in it, and they were like, all right, Trump got Kentucky. I think we were the first state called. They're like 1% that Trump, give it to Trump.
Our state was called so late, and it's like, it doesn't matter. Our state's gonna vote blue no matter what. But if you look at the actual graph, there was more red states in California this time around.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter because Sacramento, San Francisco, and LA, since they're the biggest, it doesn't matter.
Pussies.
Just doesn't matter. Even if every single smaller town or city votes red, it just does not matter. The bigger cities just make up for the majority of it. So we're just blue forever, no matter what.
Well, if you look at the map, a majority of the country votes red, and a very few votes blue, and the few is the major cities because it's filled with people who listen to their dumb government telling them, or the TV telling them, hey, just giving you a heads up. The guy that's trying to make gas $2, fuck him. You like $5 gas, right? Yeah, we do. TV.
God, man. Like, even New York was pretty dangerously close to treading on that red territory, but you know, the bigger cities.
New York was getting close, dude. New York, listen, they had a Trump store in New York. My mom went to a Trump store in New York,
really?
And she was like, oh, and they were selling shit left and right, just cooking.
Oh, in Vegas, I went to the Trump Hotel when I went to the Geeks and Gamers Friday Night Tights meetup earlier this year. Mm-hmm. That Trump Hotel was great. Oh my God. And I asked Iron, who was next to me in there with his wife Selena. I was like, where's the Biden Hotel? He was like, the Motel 6 down the street where the crackheads are.
A model hotel. You just gotta pay a hooker. Pick a ditch.
There was one thing I did. We came to the elevator to go outside just for some air or some shit. I was like, hey, a black guy's working here. He was like, what the fuck?
I mean, listen, anyone who still votes against Trump at this point, they don't have any information. They're low informed people that just listen to TV at this point. You can't save them. This is what I said. A lot of people are stupid. This is what I mean. If you don't have information as to why you don't like somebody or why you support someone, more importantly, because if I don't like somebody, I better have good information of why I support the other person, or else I'm just 50% uninformed. Kamala Harris didn't really have any foreign policy whatsoever. She was going to continue supporting Ukraine in a proxy war, which doesn't really help Americans. Not only does it not help Americans, it actually rises the prices of Americans because that money actually gets taken from our taxes. Alternatively, North Carolina with the flooding, everyone was given $750. Like, people don't forget this kind of shit. That's why the Kamala campaign pulled out of North Carolina. I think like almost a week before the election started because they knew they were going to win North Carolina. So they started promoting Kamala Harris in North Carolina because she was going to lose it that badly. They knew already. They knew before anyone else did that she was not going to win North Carolina.
Because I never seen a red wave like that ever. Because the red wave was supposed to happen like that for the governor re-elections a few years back, and it didn't happen because the Republican governors were so pussy on what they actually wanted to stand for and what they actually wanted to prove. They all just failed. I remember that.
A lot of people that are conservatives in politics now they dick ride Trump. They don't really promote Trump's ideology of America first. They just dick ride him whenever he's around so they can try to get reelected. It's I mean, look at Mitch McConnell, what he did. Mitch McConnell is the furthest from anything as far as Trump, and dude dick rode the fuck out of Trump until he got reelected, and then he fucking stepped on Trump's neck during the January 6th and everything. Like, these guys don't care. They don't care about and so a lot of these Republicans, the people see through that shit. I didn't vote for anybody during when they had that last alleged red wave. I didn't vote for any of those kids. I looked at them all of them. I said, none of these guys are Trump people. None of these guys say anything about immigration. None of these guys care about their society. None of these guys care about any aspect of it other than becoming rich again by magically being in office making $75,000 a year, but walking away every year millionaires. Fuck, I'm not voting for these kids, and nobody else did. That's why there was no red wave, and I'm glad there wasn't. They don't deserve it.
It's crazy that Trump winning, essentially he started out as the villain by a lot of people, which is crazy because all he did was just come in and basically say, hey, the people you're supporting ain't shit. He called out Hillary Clinton. He called out, I think it was one of George Bush's cousins or brothers or whatever.
His brother Jeb. Oh, he lit Jeb. He lit Jeb up something awful. Jeb was like, I'm going to be tough on immigration. He goes, Jeb, you got a Mexican immigrant wife. I was like,
remember it was the war thing. It was the Afghanistan war. He talked. He was going off because you guys remember it was that Afghanistan war we had many years ago, where basically, long story short, they thought in Afghanistan there were weapons of mass destruction. They sent hundreds of soldiers over there, and they found nothing. Yep, they found nothing.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. He lit Jed up about that. Like, people were so in love with who they thought those people were because I thought they were the good guys. Trump coming in and shattering all that. I think
that's majority of politicians don't care about the people. They just want to get reelected to care.
They're in with each other. Most people know that. George Bush is literally in with like Obama. Like, he was never for Republicans. George Bush
this is why when Trump was in it, he was seen as an outsider. And then not only when he was seen as an outsider, job rate was really good. It was, unemployment rate was really low.
Yeah.
The US dollar had value. I mean, this is, gas was less than $2. Food was low in cost. Food's 44% more expensive today than it was 4 years ago. 44%. 44%. You know how insanely fucking crazy that is? 44% increase in food. Gas hitting all-time high of $5. While the government's telling us we got to buckle down, while they're giving Ukraine billions of dollars. The American people, listen, some American people are dumb as fuck and will go, okay, that's fair enough. Others will go, suck my dick, dude. Fuck Ukraine. Fuck all these other wars. Why is gas $5 and why is food going up? This is bullshit. And Trump talked about these issues during his campaign, this past election. And Kamala's only thing she talked about was, don't let Trump in, guys. Trump bad. Mm-hmm. Here, look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z, do the thing. Oh, Jigga Man. Oh, he did it. Oh, vote for me. Nobody bought that shit, dude. Mm-hmm. Nobody bought that shit, bro. Nobody.
Yeah. The whole thing, Hillary Clinton told him back in the day, you don't pay your taxes. He's like, yeah, I'm smart. Just mic drop, straight mic drop. I think that people say the reason why he's so loved is because he called out the bad people, and the bad people didn't like that. They got so angry about that they told all the media outlets, "I hate him." Call him a Hitler every day.
I tweeted it out. Trump won a third fucking election. That's crazy, bro. You know how fucking nuts that is, bro? My dude won triple elections back to back to back.
I've never seen that. He started out as like a villain by a lot of people's eyes, and then just ended up becoming the biggest hero. I've never seen that
because money can't buy legacy, and Trump wants legacy. That's what he always wanted, and we got that. We understood that. And how do you earn a legacy? By being a really good fucking president. That could never be taken away from you.
Yeah.
Period.
And he did admit that he made some mistakes in his first term. The biggest one being he didn't know who to hire for the right position. So he just hired people that were just based off recommendations. I mean, Mike Pence is crying probably right now in a corner. Good job. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Dude, Mike Pence is sweating. He's like, I could have been there. All I had to do was just like, not be a piece of shit. Not be a sellout piece of shit. Oh, man. Oh, I sold out hard. Mike Pence sold Trump down the river like 10 times. I'm glad Trump kicked his dumb ass to the side.
Yeah. And this thing that he has to do now, so he's not going to get another term. This is his last one. He needs to make every year count. He knows who not to hire. He's announced who he's hired before. The best hiring he did was the Ron guy for the Border Patrol. Oh my God, that guy! If that guy was a security guard at a Walmart, I ain't messing with that guy at all. That guy looks he would just tank you, just absolutely mollywop you to the floor.
And the thing is too, like he's a lot more smarter now because he's been in office already, so he understands like what's good and what's not good. And he understands that in order to, because the Republican Party is controlled now by 100% by Trump. Like I remember last time it was I forgot some young kid was like the head of the Republican Party and he tried to go against Trump. Trump whipped that motherfucker into shape in like a week. Now Trump came in and now he's the president and now he's looking at the Republican Party. He's like, all right, who's the boss? And listen, they're getting a line now. None of them speaking against Trump because he'll fucking he'll put a Democrat in their place. Trump don't give a fuck, dude. Like he's like, dude, you guys clown on me. I'm gonna replace you guys. And these people in politics they're scumbags. They care for themselves. So now they're gonna fucking bootlick. But Trump's like, fuck it, bootlick me while I fix this country. And that's what he's doing.
Yeah, because oh my goodness, the whole it was crazy. There's a few things no one even knows about him because they're so brainwashed by just the media. He actually sued country clubs because they didn't let black people in. It was crazy. People call him racist. Sure. He legitimately sued country clubs because they didn't allow black people in. People say he hates gay people. That's not true. He came in he likes gay people. He said, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't know where this comes from. It's lies. So
there was a great story about Vanessa Hudgens.
Hudgens, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that someone was trying to kill her as they killed her. I think he killed her cousin. They're trying to kill her. And he let her stay for free in the Trump penthouse for free until she was okay to leave and whatnot. And there's a black chick. And he's like, listen, you can stay here. I got security. You can have my security. Whatever you need. Don't worry. It's all for free. I just don't want that shit to happen to you. You're a cool chick. But somehow he hates black people. Ain't that something?
If you look at his appearances on The View before the way The View talks about him now, they loved him. They absolutely loved him.
Well, The View used to be a show about, for women. Hey, ladies, what's your favorite purse, Yeah. And then now The View's like, hey, ladies, don't you hate Trump?
Did you hear the story recently? Yesterday came out. The news came out. They want to hire more pro-Trump women, essentially, to balance out the desk because they feel like the current desk is alienating half of the audience.
They laughed. What's her name? Jebediah. She wasn't even a big Trump supporter, Jebediah.
Yeah.
They fucking kept attacking her every day. She's like, dude, the minute my contract was up, I was gone. Fuck them.
But why are they just doing this now? Why do this now? This is they've lost their audience. It's over.
A lot of shows are trying to do shit like that because they know Trump is massive now. Mm-hmm. Being a conservative is not the cool thing. And now being liberal is slowly not being the cool thing. Which if you're liberal, I feel bad for you because you're about to have some problems. Mm-hmm. Dudes are on Twitter saying faggot. Shit's about to go south for liberals. It's about to get real bad for liberals.
They don't.
And it's only because how bad liberals treated conservatives.
Well, they don't even understand why they lost the election. Dude, still to this now, currently, they're still pondering, why did America vote for this rapist, insurrectionist, blah, 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 blah. I can't believe this.
They were like, Spanish men are so racist. And it's like, dude, now you're attacking Spanish dudes? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Now, remember, those were their Latinx, remember?
Latinx.
Remember. Yeah.
Latinx said, you know what? Fuck this goofy fucking liberals. And now the liberals are like, well, fuck you. You're racist. Spanish men are like, suck my dick. Fuck it. Yeah. Spanish men don't give a fuck, dude.
They're like, but he puts out mean tweets. Guys, average people will see two people fighting on the street and walk by as if nothing's happening. the average person wouldn't give a fuck less. If we're being honest here, these are average people. People will see a building on fire and just walk past it if it has nothing to do with them. Do you think the average person cares about what he tweets about?
Nope.
It's crazy. Nope. It's ridiculous. But people on the left could just call you a rapist, an insurrectionist, a fucking.
It does nothing anymore. Those words used to have weight. And that's why liberal. And listen, in the 90s, early to late 90s, maybe even early 2000s, I'll say. Liberals used to get really fucking dogged on. It was really fucked up, actually. I'll be honest with you. And I was more liberal back then. I really was. And when the liberals got into power from then till obviously up to now, maybe even who knows what happens about the future. What's happening? Liberals, instead of going, okay, listen, now that we're in charge, we want to make things right, and then we want to move. We want to unite and move together forward. Liberals started alienating conservatives, and now listen, the boss about the political pendulum's about to swing the other way again, where conservatives not going to be on top, and conservatives are. I hope they make everything equal and do things right. But historically speaking, conservatives are going to be really fucking mean to liberals. The next 20 years is going to be sucked to be a liberal. And I feel bad for liberals because they're about to get, it's about to get bad. It's about to get bad for liberals. And it's almost justified in a way, but it's going to be to the point where it's going to get too much. I know how it is for conservatives. They kind of always overdo it. But at the same time, there's some of it you go, well, they did try to put fucking men and women sports. That they did try to do that kind of shit. And well, they try to call everybody racist. And now there's actual racists out there hunting motherfuckers. It's gonna get bad. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is the pendulum actually swung? That actually swung toward Republicans. It wasn't just that Trump won; he won the popular vote in mass. That has been done since. Man, because we're back in 2016. Well, Hillary won the popular vote. Well, damn. Fuck.
He beat Kamala so badly that bitch didn't even have enough time. She didn't even have the balls to give a speech that night going, hey guys, She was just fucking like, come back tomorrow. I gotta fucking figure out what the fuck I'm gonna say to you motherfuckers. I fucking
pretty bad. Yeah.
Dude,
celebrity endorsements didn't matter because I'm pretty sure you saw the recent number. She had 5 times more endorsements for heated, and she ended up $20 million in debt.
Nothing. Nobody likes celebrities.
$20 million in debt. Dude, no one cares about celebrity anymore. That's
people
crazy.
like celebrities for making movies. The men celebrities I got an opinion. Everyone's like, shut the fuck up and keep making that movie, pussy. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. If a celebrity comes out and they're like, hey guys, I'm famous. I want to give my political opinion. Everyone's like, dude, go back to making movies, you fucking idiot. Nobody gives a fuck, bro. Get the fuck out of here. In fact, we like you less now.
Yeah, I was surprised that people put that much stock into their celebrity. I was like, dude, a celebrity for me, if you're a rapper or musician, I only like you for music or acting. That's it. I don't come to you for politics. You have Eminem up there endorsing Kamala, Obama being like, I can't understand why the country is so divided. Obama's the biggest DEI hire of all time.
He was the most divisive president we've ever had. Dude promoted riots. Fuck him. Dude said, go riot. Fuck it. Them cops ain't doing nothing.
Remember when he was endorsing Kamala Harris? He was like, I can't understand why the country is so divisive. As MSNBC the day before for a Trump rally literally compared it to a Nazi Hitler Germany fucking rally. Are you serious? This guy is just blatantly retarded? Is he just stupid?
And now what we're gonna see, I could literally tell you what's gonna be happening now. As far as conservative wise, we're gonna start seeing conservatives go, and Elon Musk buying Twitter was massive too. We're gonna start seeing conservatives just mollywop the fuck out of liberals in every aspect. So I'll give you a good example. We'll take one thing, and I will put it into we'll put a flashlight on it. Ready? Twitch. Twitch is currently going under an apocalypse because they're promoting leftists. Twitch is losing millions per day because of it. They can't lose that money. They can't. Twitch cannot afford to lose that money. They're getting absolutely shit on. So badly, Kick, which used to pay people to join Kick, now saying we're not going to pay contracts to join Kick. Just join us because they don't need to pay contracts anymore because Twitch is losing so many influencers. That's pretty fucking bad. That's how bad the leftists on Twitch are now being fucking used as scapegoats. How many of them recently got banned? More's getting banned every single day.
Remember Hassan? He literally said Jewish people should get raped. Recently, he was basically promoting board just straight up anti-Semitism. I don't think everything someone says about a Jewish person is anti-Semitism. He was literally promoting that, and they kept him because Twitch is a terrible platform, actually garbage. The only reason why it's viewed the way it is because it came up around the same time YouTube did. Had any other platform been there except for Twitch, it wouldn't be viewed as like Twitch is terrible. Twitch is legit ass. I don't know why anyone's still on there. Twitch is a horrible fucking platform. Just go to Kick. Anywhere but there.
Twitch is still not a bad platform. The issue with Twitch is it's very biased. It's at times an OnlyFans portal, and it's obvious.
Oh yeah.
Twitch's moderation is a joke, and these are things that can be fixed. But Twitch is not wanting to fix them because they like it like this. But people know what makes Twitch run. It's the ads. It's the advertisers. So the viewer base, everybody is slowly just going after the advertisers to make Twitch change their mind. And they're doing it. I mean, look at Budweiser. Budweiser tried acting stupid, and everyone shot. What did everyone do? Everyone went for their money, and Budweiser now is swapped right back to normal.
I like that now. A lot of people are doing that more. They're putting their foot on their money where their mouth is. They're saying, hey, if you do some stupid shit like that, I'm not supporting you anymore until you fix it.
And it's gonna be even more like it scales every single time, which is, I mean, because conservatives have all the money. Let's be like
remember Target? Remember Target tried doing that Pride merch shit? Remember that? They're no Target. Yeah.
Yeah, Target got blast. But listen, conservatives have all the money. Conservatives mostly have they're the workforce. They're mostly the blue and white collar jobs. So when conservatives get together and choose where they're putting their money, every other company has to listen to us. That's why conservatives really do have the power as far as that. So when you look at a company like Twitch and they go, hey, listen, see your advertisers? Yeah, we're not going to support that shit. Advertisers are going to pull out because they don't want to be associated with that. And what happens? And then look at Twitter. Twitter was like free speech. At the beginning, advertisers pulled out. Now they're all coming back in. It's obvious. Listen, companies, you think companies care about racism, sexism, xenophobia? Companies supported Hitler, bro. Hitler was Time Man of the Year. And liberals think companies actually give a fuck about any of that stupid shit they do. They're dumb as fuck. Companies care about one thing and one thing only. It's money. And if you can focus on that, that's how you gain control over companies. Everyone knows it. It's always happened and always going to happen. So conservatives are starting to slowly realize they can have control over anything, platforms, company, anything. And we're seeing that happen now. And we're seeing these companies just bend the knee to conservatives because they now starting to realize who has the money. Okay, they're not, listen, if a conservative wants a Coca-Cola to say, that hate on, let's say, Mexicans, Coca-Cola will go, fuck Mexicans, drink Coke, will be the new slogan today. That's how fast it is. That's how it is. And liberals had control for a while because liberals would go, Coke's racist, and Coca-Cola used to be scared of that. Not anymore. They don't want to lose money. They're scared of losing money now, not words.
Like, just so much stuff that's happened. Like, Kamala Harris is trying to say she wants recounts, even though she straight up called him and said,
right, I can let's count all your votes. 1, 2. All right, bring the truckload of Trump votes in. Should we count? Let's count ours again. 1, 2. All right. You got 2, lady.
I don't even get what I was told. If you question the result of a election, you're a threat to democracy. You're an insurrectionist.
That's right.
She straight up called him and said, "I concede, you win."
That's right.
If that doesn't count for anything, I hate this country. Burn everything.
I like that some people are doing what they said. I respect that they're leaving America. I wish more celebrities that threaten to leave America leave America. Whoopi Goldberg said she's going to leave America. Whoopi, listen, sweetheart, you want to get back to your roots? You want to support African Americans? You can move anywhere in Africa. Africa's gorgeous. Hey, listen, have fun. I'm pretty sure they'll treat you nice and well.
She's going on a sex strike.
Damn.
Whoopi on a sex strike.
Dildos everywhere are going to be dry in her apartment. Like,
When
Goofy
she
ass.
said she was going on a sex strike, I just had to laugh. I was like, okay, that means nothing.
Dude, majority of liberal chicks are so unfuckable. When they go, I'm going on a sex strike, everyone just goes, sweet, good for you, sweetheart. Like, people don't understand that, like, a majority of women that are conservative bitches are hot, dude. Liberal bitches aren't hot. They're boring. They're goofy. They have dumb beliefs, and then you gotta fucking stick around and hear what they gotta say? Bro, no shot, dude. No, imagine fucking a chick and laying down in bed and going, oh, that was really good. Oh, man, I had a really good night with you. Oh, man, tomorrow you want to go and get some pizza? And then the bitch goes, pizza is from Italy, and Italy serves white supremacists. You know how fast I would have that bitch out my house? Like, get out of here. I want to fuck a bitch that next tomorrow we go get pizza and we don't have to talk about, like, whatever. Liberal bitches are just goofy, dumb idiots. Like, they're just not fun to be around. They're boring. Fucking founder of bad ideas. Like, fuck them.
Shit. You've been seeing all those TikTok meltdowns? The girls are doing this Korean thing like 4Bs. We're not gonna fuck 30 dudes a week.
Guys, get over it, guys. We're not gonna fuck you. Okay.
All
That's
right.
fine. Good. I hope you never have kids, so the humanity outbreeds you retarded ideas. Like, easy, sweet. I'll fuck bitches that want to fuck. That's not hard.
But for the past like 6-7 years, we've been having this long form, heated discussions with women about, no, you shouldn't probably sleep with 20 guys because it's not good for you. But they're like, no, I'm gonna do whatever I want. It's my body. Okay.
That's
Trump
right.
got elected. I'm not sleeping with 30 guys anymore. I'm abstinent.
They shave their heads too. They think there's something special by shaving their heads. You want to be something special? Leave the country. That's pretty special. I want these bitches to go to Afghanistan and fight for women's rights and see how fast it takes before they get stoned. Like, they're just not. They don't think. That's the problem. They don't really use their brain.
I just don't get it. Like, are women just that dumb?
Yes.
They needed Trump becoming president to make them not be whores. And like, I'm gonna get my abortion. So the only thing that Kamala Harris's campaign ran on was that at one point women could abort their future kids and their parents' grandkids. That's all they cared about voting for. Yeah. It's like, you need more than that. Like, enough people. But you know, it's crazy. It took this long for it to happen, but enough people said enough's enough. We need to change. That's good. A lot, because it wasn't just one problem for people. It was a mixture of a lot of problems that everyone came to the agreement of. They're like, we're done. I mean, just the recent one. North Carolina hit with a bad hurricane. Kamala Harris says, you can apply for this $750 loan. Like, what the fuck? And Ukraine gets more money. And if people like, can we get money from North Carolina?
Billions of dollars. And if you look into it, by the way, the history of Ukraine getting all this money, the reason why we're supporting Ukraine in a proxy war is because before Biden was elected, his son was head of the energy board, and Biden was getting monthly money from Ukraine. Hunter Biden monthly was getting money from Ukraine. Then Biden gets elected into office. Ukraine has a war against Russia, and America supports Ukraine. Of course, Americans will support Ukraine when Ukraine supported Biden and Joe Biden, Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. Of course, the Bidens are going to support Ukraine. It's a given. It's pure corruption. But liberals are so fucking dumb because they believe the TV told them that Ukrainians need help because they're innocent people. Ukraine ain't fully innocent in this, by the way. Ukraine was fucking playing. They were playing in the in-between between NATO and Russia because Russia wants Ukraine to unite back and become part of the USSR. So Ukraine was taking stuff from Russia, and then Ukraine was going to NATO and going to get some stuff too. So Ukraine was putting both their hands out and getting Russia and NATO. And Russia's like, dude, you're either with us or with NATO. And Ukraine's like, I could do both. And Russia's like, what? No, we're gonna take over. We're gonna take you over. And by the way, a chunk of Ukraine didn't fight Russia. They put their guns down and said, we're glad you're here, actually. We want to join you. So I think this whole idea with Ukraine and Russia was so stupid. But once again, it's corruption at its highest level. And it's blood corruption. But when the TV tells you got to help Ukraine out, don't think about it, just help them out, people do it. So look into it.
You would be surprised that, like, people here would need that money. And literally, they're sending billions to Ukraine, but they're like, hey, can we get money from North Carolina? Well, we got to ask Congress. That's how you know the system is completely.
We'll give everybody that lost a house and lost everything a $750 loan. You got to pay us back, but we'll give you a loan. See that? Vote for Kamala, boys. Kamala. Come on.
Oh, she shitted on religion. Remember that person that yelled Christ is
dude,
King
yeah.
at her one of her rallies? She was like, "Oh, you got to go to the rally down the street," but she just shitted on like religion.
Dude, no, there was she had a rally and everyone was chanting Trump, and she's like, "You got to go down the road to the Trump rally, and Trump rally ain't here." And every time she would talk, people would just keep chanting Trump. She was so unpopular.
She was talking about
dude.
war. Remember, she was talking about Gaza and Israel war. She just got booed. Like you could feel that she was losing momentum, but you know how stupid people are. People want to be a part of history. They're like, I can be a part of the first woman president. And I don't mind that there's a woman president, but she has to be competent. She can't be like what Hillary and what she was. Like, no, that's not quality.
How about this? We have the best president, period. Male, female, female.
Yeah.
Nobody is the best
Woo!
president. I'm dead serious. If it's the best president, I don't care. Yeah. As long as not a president who's gonna enforce stupid policy and a president who will take care of Americans, I don't care if it's a midget president. As long as you have a great president, that's the only thing that matters. And liberals along the way lost the idea. Liberals should be against the system for the people, and now liberals are telling you to listen to government and fuck half the people. Mm-hmm. This is why nobody listens to liberals. Liberals lost almost all their gas because they went from like fuck the system, be about the people, and everyone was for that. Even conservatives were like, you know what, I'm about the people. And then liberals just came in, they got the power, and what do? They said the government, you gotta listen to do whatever the government says, fuck the people, what they say. Mm-hmm. And everyone was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to being a conservative. At least those motherfuckers stood on their beliefs. They didn't fucking change them like you liberals. Like, this is why liberals lost all the momentum and everything. And they're going to continue, by the way. This is not going to end. The next conservative, if the next conservative a candidate for president is even decent, he's going to win it again. Because liberals still are on the same shit.
What if Ron DeSantis actually runs for 2028?
I hope we get a conservative that's so fucking crazy conservative that makes the liberals go, they do the rounds and go, please.
All the person needs, you know what, Trump, since he's like everyone's hero now, what he could do, the next person that is going to be the runner, whoever he endorses is going to probably be that person. Going to have so much leverage because
it's going to be free. Yeah, Trump's going to endorse a young man who's a painter named Adolf, and everyone's going to be like, you know what? As long as you don't do that goofy liberals, the minute liberals go, guys, girls, trans in sports. They're like, you know what? We'll give this Adolf guy at least one election. Let him win one.
That one lady, oh my God, I forgot, Liz Wheeler, she endorsed Trump because he said that he was going to basically put a global federal ban or state ban on gender affirming care, and not because Kamala wanted people to do taxpayer funded, certain surgeries we can't see on YouTube.
Everyone in crypto didn't want Kamala to win, and the reason why is because she wanted to do what's called an unrealized capital gains tax.
I remember that. Yeah, unrealized gain. Yep.
So basically, to everyone, listen, what it is if I make $1 million in crypto, even if I don't sell that $1 million, I'm taxed at $1 million. If my crypto goes down to $1, I'm still taxed at $1 million, which means a lot of people in crypto would go to jail. Not like maybe kind of sorta. It's called tax evasion if you don't pay the taxes on the $1 million, even though it's $1 value. So people were like, this is just I could actually honestly go to jail over this. Like Kamala was gonna legit do real bad things. And not just on crypto, that's to anybody. You own a business, unrealized capital gains. Your business worth $10 million, cool. I don't care if you made $2 million in profit. I don't care if you made $200,000 in profit. Your business worth $10 million, I want to tax you on $10 million. It was crazy. And everyone saw it for what it was. Even, like I said, only the uninformed voted for Kamala. There's no one that's informed that actually voted for Kamala. It's impossible.
Yeah, the unrealized gain things, I think, was the camel that broke the camel's back. Like, that just makes no sense.
Ridiculous. Dude, crypto has a lot of people that are liberal minded as well, like a crazy amount of people liberal. And they were like, I'm voting Trump. No shot, I'm voting Kamala. Not even close. I'd rather vote Trump.
Yeah. All she did, you know what's crazy? Is that she was talking about that she knew how to fix the economy and that your grocery prices were very high. Her own campaign is now $20 million in debt. I thought she got $8 billion for endorsement. She was going to she was talking like she was going to fix the economy. Bruh, what are we doing here?
He said, I'll fix the economy, enter campaign in debt. This goofy bitch. Idiots. Fucking dumbass.
Oh, God. That's never not going to be funny. She got $8 billion in debt. Sorry, she got $8 billion in endorsements and is now $20 million in debt. Then she had Tim Walz send out an email asking for people to donate. Hashtag fight for the blue.
We lost, but can we get money? Because we can't balance our own checkbook. But we were running on balancing the American checkbook.
Apparently, she gave $5 million to Beyonce. Beyonce didn't even perform. Beyonce just talked for 5 minutes. She gave $5 million to Megan Thee Stallion to twerk in front of grandmas.
Good. That needed to happen. They thought, listen, Democrats are so retarded. They thought, people. This is why Megan Stallion would twerk, and everyone will go, yo, I like Megan Stallion twerking. I'm gonna go vote now. Everyone saw Megan Stallion twerk, and they're like, I'm gonna go home, beat my meat, and go to sleep. Like no one's voting on that shit. Like no one cares, bro.
Remember Cardi B? She had her 8-minute speech about Trump, saying some just absolutely.
Cardi B had a written speech, and it was so bad the teleprompter broke, and she had to read it off her iPhone because I vote and because Cardi B doesn't know how to fucking say English because she's a fucking dumb retard. I was voting for Kamala Harris. And I think Trump bad.
The worst one
idiots.
Was she had this follow-up video that made me just crack laughing. I don't think I've laughed that hard in a while. She said she was responding to the fact that Kamala was vice president. People said, why did she do anything? She was like, Kamala was the vice president, y'all. She was studying under Joe Biden. Not kidding. Straight up video. She said, oh wait, so is Kamala Naruto and Joe Biden's Jiraiya? What
Kamala was a choning, and Joe Biden is a tuning, y'all. Okay, he was basically Hokage, and Kamala was a tuning. She didn't even take the tuning exam, y'all. Goofy ass Cardi B.
Cardi was like, she looked me in the eye. Cardi was like, Kamala looked me in the eye and said, like a gangster, she gonna fix this shit. I'm like, Cardi, you retarded. Do you know you're stupid? Do you know you're dumb?
Cardi B, in her mind, thinks she's something, but everyone knows at the end of the day she's a hooker that sucked the right dick and got famous. Everyone knows it. No one's looking at Cardi B like, man, I wonder what Cardi B thinks.
Oh,
Jamie Lee long fake nails.
Their Twitter accounts. Jamie Lee Curtis, who was Lori
Stephen King.
He's like, I'm leaving Twitter. It's too toxic. Mark Hamill, he hasn't tweeted in days. That man is crying on the floor right now.
Oh, dude. Mark Hamill votes for everything. If you want a take that's bad and you want to figure out like why it's bad, just listen to Mark Hamill talk about why something is good. That dude can sell you on anything.
Dude, that man has Trump deranged syndrome on a level I don't even think it's humanly possible.
He charges $600 for an autograph. And tells the American people that they need to strap in and save money. What a dipshit!
He was at a Star Wars thing or some shit like that. And he was like, "You can be a Star Wars fan, but if you're a Trump supporter, you can go force yourself." Oh, so clever, Mark! Force yourself. Oh, nerd.
So good. Hey, that worked really good for the election. Everyone used the force and told Mark to shut the fuck up. Has-been actor. Him.
Everyone just used the force to force off Kamala's bullshit. I love it.
Mark, I used the force and we voted in a president who actually is going to do good.
Idiot. Remember that tweet he had? Oh my goodness, that tweet. He's like, we get the leaders we deserve. What the fuck?
Yeah, we deserve. Mark Hamill is the definition of bad takes, but he's like a dude with just bad takes, but he tries to like justify his bad takes. He's like, guys, it's all about Joe Biden. Why?
Did they say we get the leaders we deserve? Either that has just been disproven, or this is not the America we all thought we were living in.
Oh my god. The thing is, too, liberals fantasize about like Nazi Germany. And I go like, I do too, because I wish Nazis would knock down their door and slap them, tell them to shut the fuck up. But we don't have that here. They're allowed to have their bad takes, and in America, we're allowed to have our takes. So we can both have our separate takes. The funny part about it is, though, like one of them is daydreaming being under oppression, and the other, and the rest of us are just looking at the facts that things are gonna get better now because we voted in a person who's, historically speaking, has fixed things.
Yeah, I'm just happy he just got back in because there's Kamala guys. What's crazy? I know some liberals that are just like, man, Democrats the day they die. They were like, bruh, I don't know what party I'm supporting anymore. I'm voting for Trump. That's crazy. The hardest Democrat would, you know what? I don't know what this party's about anymore. I'm going the other way. That's how you know she was trash. She turned lifelong Democrats Republicans.
Thank you, Kamal. I appreciate that.
RFK Jr.
Thanks for the hookup.
He's been the biggest guy on like, no, we should have a new party, an independent one that where if you don't fall into those categories, you can come here. So not centrist, just a different party. Even he went, you know what? Nah, Trump.
The best thing is we had the health director was that trans dude chick thing.
Yeah.
And it was talking about like hey guys, I'm here about America's health, and then started babbling about like LGB because somehow that has something to do with America eating food right. RFK was like, yo, homeboy shredded, talking about I'm making shit right. And I'm like, damn, RFK, dude, he went down to California to Muscle Beach and was working out with them dudes, talking about I'm gonna get America to eat right. I was like, that's my dude right there. And then you look at the trans person talking in a military uniform, talking about I'm gonna make trans people eat cereal. Like, what kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah, and we're supposed to look at that and go, yep, that's a serious country we have. That's what I want representing my country. Some weird troony weirdo wearing a military outfit talking about having us eat things. What the fuck? That's clown world. People said, because the thing is, people said, well, trans people were underrepresented. There was multiple trans people in higher ranking.
Trans is like 3%. Homosexuals about 3% of the American population, and they demand to have 90% representation. This is why nobody takes people like that seriously. Is because if you demand to have a majority representation, even though you're a minority, people are gonna clown on you. You know how you get people to respect you? You work hard and you attain the roles that you deserve, and that's how it should be. And for some people, it does work that way. And for others, they demand it to just be given to them because they decided one day to go, you know what? No more pussy. I'm going to start putting dick in my mouth. And that's what they get. They get dick in their mouth and no respect.
Well, they also flip out when you talk about pronouns and not gender. You misgender them or some shit like that. It's like, I don't got to tell you anything. I don't even know you. I'm not validating some weirdo's opinion. Like, nah, you're a dude or a woman. That's it. You know, J.K. Rowling, you know, men are men, women are women. They're like, you can't be one of us anymore. Like some Magneto, X-Men, the Last Stand bullshit when Mystique lost her powers.
You're not one of us.
Like, that's not a cult. Holy shit, man. But no, man, the pendulum actually swung back. I hope this time around, Republicans and anyone that's on that side realizes this.
It's gonna get. Listen, liberals. I'm gonna tell you right now. You're about to have a slice of. It's gonna start with a slice of humble pie, and I'll be honest with you, the pendulum gets crazy every time. Us conservatives, it ain't just me. Like the younger generation's coming for you, motherfuckers, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know it's gonna suck to be a liberal, at least for the next 20 years. For the next 20 years, it's gonna be bad.
I was gonna bring up
bad.
Republicans. You have this great time right now to fix your reputation because people don't have faith in Republicans either. They need to fix their reputation and be like, hey, this 4 years, because Trump needs to feel every year has to matter. It's going to get hyper matter. Yeah.
So the last time was hyper conservative, it was more church oriented. Last time. This time, I think it's going to get hyper conservative, but it's going to be not as much with the church. And if that is to be the case, what's going to fill that void? And we really don't know. So, because I look at the idea of the political pendulum, and you know. And in the beginning of the liberal political pendulum, it was cool. It was like, hey, listen, we're letting men marry men. Cool. Okay, that's fair. You know, you give them gay people and straight people equal everything. Oh, I'm all about it. Sounds great to me. Sounds awesome. And then it started becoming, all right, now we're going to vote. You're going to hire people, but only gays. And that's when America was like, it's kind of bad. Flip it now. On the conservative pendulum, it's going to be the same thing where we're going to start making things back to normal. But conservatives will take it overboard. I think they will. And I think it's gonna be a younger generation mostly, and I think it's gonna be bad for liberals. I do. I'm gonna be honest. Even though I'm conservative, I'm gonna be honest with how it's gonna be. And I just, I worry for people, liberals. I really do of what's going to happen. At the same time, it's almost warranted how bad the liberals treated everybody else. And then
it's very hard for them. You know why? Because if you ask them, right, what does your party stand for? Because
nothing.
Back then, their party was all about we're the tolerant ones. We allow discussion. We allow disagreements. That's not been that way. I'm not saying both. I'm not saying both are not different either. But this one specifically, like like people that if you disagree with them about like anything, just even not trans stuff or gay stuff, anything, you're out. You're literally not one of them anymore. Like, what does a party stand for? Like, what, abortion? I mean, well, guys, a lot of people in America are religious. They don't. I have a different opinion on it, but it doesn't matter because
it's considered to be a sin by some people. Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah. Like, what does a party stand for? Like gender mutilations? Yeah, a lot of people aren't like that who have kids. Yeah. We want to close.
Well, that's when you know shit was going bad for liberals, when they started going after the kids.
Oh yeah.
And I would say it really ramped up the past year or two when they started going after the kids, because that's when the conservatives hold their values, for children. And when liberals the liberals made a song literally saying, "We're coming for your kids." It's on. I remember seeing on Twitter
it was liberals, that gay rally. Remember?
It was coming for your gays coming for kids. Like, dude, liberals try to make what's it when pedophilia? They try to add it as a gender. They're calling it a map.
They try to change the word. Remember, they call it a map. Yeah.
Yeah. People were like, "Yo, we'll kill you, motherfuckers! You bring that pedos around us." Like, even listen, in jail, people in jail aren't one side or another. They kill pedos, and you think conservatives aren't like that too? Conservative dudes will straight up shellac a pedo. Like, we don't like pedos at all. They're disgusting. And then you take that, and then you get liberals trying to promote that. Listen, like I said, it's gonna be bad to be a liberal, and you know what? In a way, I do feel bad for liberals, but in a way, it's deserved of, because they had the opportunity to fix everything and they squandered it.
That's the other problem too. Is that like they've lost their reputation so hard that they're still coping about how they lost, about why people would have voted for Trump. They should be coming together, realizing, hey, we've lost favor with everyone. Or at least 47 states out of our 50. We lost favor with more than nearly 95% of them. Why have we lost this much faith?
The entire state of Oklahoma voted conservative. The entire fucking state, bro. Not one county was like, come on.
I'll ask you then. What do you think can get them back in people's good graces? Because it's a long time building.
Liberals have to start fixing their own house, and they're not going to do it. They're not going to like to hear it. They're not going to. They're so wrapped up in choosing people by race, gender, rather than giving everyone a voice. They rather segregate people and categorize people. They're so focused on categorizing and segregating their own humanity that there's not gonna be a way for them to fix it until they realize that they're not gonna realize that, because right now that is the core foundation of liberalism, is to take people and put them in categories, just nonstop categories for everybody, and then through categories then choose who gets rights, who then choose who gets privileges. Where conservatives now are like, hey, listen, as long as you're not hurting anybody yourself, we're cool with you. That's simple, and everyone has a voice, and those who work the hardest get rewarded the most, and liberals are the opposite of that. So liberals are fucked. The next election is going to be conservative. It's going to be heavily conservative for a while. I think the political party is conservative. I think media, social media included, ads, I think it's all going conservative. And the more it goes conservative, the more power conservatives have universally, the worse it's going to be for people. And some of it I like, don't get me wrong, and some of it I'm worried about, because I really, like I said, I still worry about liberals because they're still Americans. I still worry about people that even trans. I do worry about them, because I know when it's too conservative, they do wrong by them. This is the truth. But when the trans and liberals had a chance to make everything right and equal, they hunted other people down rather than make things right. So at the same time, it's almost like I feel bad. I want everyone to have this way, to have this amazing up, but at the same time, liberals fucked up so badly, it's only going to hurt them, and it's not fair and it's wrong.
It can't be fixed. I genuinely think it can't be fixed. They are still calling people racist, bigots, misogynist, homophobic.
They called Puerto Ricans, black males, a lot of black males voted for Trump. They said black males are being racist.
They called them.
Fuck. That shit, I saw that shit on TV. I said, oh man, they're fucked, bro. When you call the black dudes racist, that's crazy, bro. You're fucked, bro.
And then they go, hey, you black men that voted for Trump are racist. Hey, why did we lose so hard?
Van Jones calling black dudes racist. Man, get that motherfucker. I would have yanked his fucking cord, said, shut this motherfucker up. Get the fuck out of here, dude. What the fuck's wrong with you? You can't say that shit, dude. Fuck you, bro. Like, but that's the thing. Like, listen, the economy only works when everybody has jobs. The economy only works when everybody's functioning towards the economy. And there's ways to do it. And liberals don't care about doing that shit. Think about it. They want illegal immigrants in, so the illegal immigrants can vote Democrat. That's the only reason. They don't care about illegal immigrants, by this way, Democrats. They just want them to do that. And I always say, and I said it was Zionist Jews, because Zionist Jews own and have a lot of sway in this country. Not regular Jews. Once again, I want to emphasize that. Regular Jewish people are good people. My little brother's half Jewish. You know, my half brother, actually. He's half Jewish. I love the crap. You know, my brother. I love him. Yeah. But Zionist Jews care about Israel and want to support Israel borders, but wants America to be laissez-faire. It's not right. It's not fair. And, of course, it's hurting this country. And this is something that needs to be stopped.
All right. Last few things I'll ask you, man. We had a great conversation. Do you have anything planned going into – do you have any plans going into 2025, finishing up in 2024 that you want to let the audience know about?
I mean, I've been really working my ass off and doing crypto. I have a crypto dev team working on blockchain. I'm heavily invested into several cryptos. My mentor is a guy named Satoshi, multi-billionaire, smart guy. I talked to him tonight. We'll talk about the Jake Paul fight out. We're talking about crypto and stuff. What's happening next couple of weeks is gonna be really exciting for crypto. A lot of cool things, amazing things already happening with crypto. And you know, we're really excited as far as that. And the reason why I'm always excited about crypto over, like, let's say, banks, because you put money in banks, at best you'll get 1% interest. You put money in crypto, I mean, it's an investment, sometimes even a gamble, but you can, the fortunes, people go to where the gold rush is. You know, back in the day, people went to west to mine to go for where the gold is. And nowadays, people are going digitally to crypto to try to get that gold rush. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's working hard towards it. And the United States government is even doing it. The United States So I'll tell you something, MSK, that nobody knows yet, but everyone's going to know soon. Donald Trump is going to announce that America is going to be buying a percentage of Bitcoin. And America is going to hold this Bitcoin for 20 years. And after 20 years, America is going to then sell that Bitcoin and use it to pay off the national debt. That is how important crypto is. I think that crypto is going to be massive important in the near future for a lot of people. And crypto not only is being spoken about Donald Trump, but it's being spoken about everybody else that's influential. It's going to talk about crypto because they understand that it's something that's an untapped power. It's a huge resource. And it is currently the gold mines that people ran over to back in the day to go to the West to go and grab, because there are fortunes that are going to be made in crypto, in digital assets. So don't be surprised. The government, the left wanted CBDCs, which is like governments wanted to make their own crypto, basically, with their own regulations that they'll obviously scum out from. But crypto's already existing, and the political right wants to go off that already existing platform, which is crypto, which is a multi-billion, trillion-dollar thing every year. So crypto's about to get big soon, and that's something I've been working on. Obviously, my channel, I've been busting ass on my channel. I got a lot of great things I'm going to be having come up my channel soon, because I love creating content. I love playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It is my passion, and that's it.
All right. So, any shout outs you want to get to anyone in particular, and any other closing thoughts or statements before you end the show?
Yeah, shout out to the liberals for making Trump even better than he already is. You guys fucking killed it this year. Really appreciate you guys hooking my boy up like that.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, seriously. You guys. Shout out to the state of Oklahoma for saying eat ass to anyone who has anything blue on them. Oklahoma is the most base state in the union. The motherfuckers didn't even kind of debate on voting for Kamala. The entire state told Kamala to suck dicks. Like, it was crazy.
Oh,
and,
God,
I miss
man.
you, MSK. I miss you, buddy. Hopefully, I think next month is the YCS in Cali. I might come down like 50-50, but I come down. Maybe we should hang out, brother. I like to hang out with you. You know, I miss you, buddy.
Which city?
Anaheim.
Yeah, I'm 2 hours away from that.
Come to the YCS.
So unless you're renting a car,
come to the YCS.
Rent a car? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you're like 40. Fucking hell.
I'm 19. I'm just barely old enough. MSK, come to the YCS, bro. You can stay in my hotel.
Oh God,
we'll go to strip club.
Diddy parties.
We'll go to strip club. And we'll
Diddy
go fuck
parties.
hookers.
Party like a Diddy party.
MSK, I will literally take you to a strip club, and afterwards, we'll go get some escorts
from Thailand, some lady boys.
If you want lady boys, that's
how you get AIDS.
Logan, whatever helps you come.
Oh shit!
Right now. I gotta make my new video. I'm gonna request to paying some bills. When I can set that shit.
Oh my god! I'm going live paying my bill. That's still the funniest thing ever. Yeah, Simo was basically. I remember the Simo thing was like he was basically going live at events saying, "I'm helping this guy with special needs guy." I was like, "Why are we doing this? This is so."
Why are you recording yourself helping people? Just help people and be a good person. Dude said, "Hold on, tell a couple motherfucker to stay there." All right, hold on. Hi guys, I'm here. Let me rub his legs. We should it. Stop pissing yourself. All right. Hi guys. Dude, somehow he's a hero. What a bro, so stupid.
God. They're comparing him to Mr. Beast. I was like, shut up. You guys are illiterate.
That's right. Now, and you know what? Keep comparing him to Mr. Beast now. Compare him to Chris Tyson.
Oh
God.
Well, Chris Tyson. Oh my God. Holy shit. What a disgusting weirdo.
It's like that with YouTube.
I hope your kids don't watch Mr. Beast stuff anymore. Fuck
no. Fuck no. It's like that with YouTubers. You know how many Chris Tysons are YouTubers? There's tons of Chris Tyson YouTubers out there, bro. Crazy amounts, dude.
God. Well, just want to say it was great talking to V once again. We'll probably do this in the next 6 months to a year. Usually comes back once a year. Just like my dad.
That's right.
Left for a gallon of milk, cigarettes.
I'm off MSK. Time to grab milk.
Thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show. We will see you guys.